Welcome back. You just had a powerful week last week about doing some introspection around food and movement and what works for you. And this week, we're going to dive deeper into movement. There's going to be different movement principles that I think can really support you and some ideas around movement that you may or may not have considered. Also, you're going to have an opportunity to learn some movements and some programming tools that can help you create workouts and sustainability in your life so you're feeling extra great all the time or whenever it's available to you. Just kidding, it's maybe not all the time, but most of the time. So when we talk about movement, what's important about movement? Number one, it's something that you enjoy doing. So if you're finding yourself in a workout commitment or moving in a way that you're like, I don't even like this anymore, that's some information that maybe you should mix it up. I tend to be exercise curious, where I like to do a lot of different things and try different things that may or may not work for me. And in that, I'm able to then make that part of my routine. When you're feeling workout stale, get out there, sign up for a free trial at ClassPass, go to a gym that has a different workout 2 weeks for free, and mix it up. Maybe you're just hitting a stale moment because you've been doing the same thing for too long and haven't given yourself a chance to try something new. Beyond that, I cannot stress the importance of the following three: stretching, cardio, and strength. Getting this perfect balance, and by perfect, I mean perfect for you, of these three, stretching, cardio, and strength training in for your life is going to be so important for your body and your physiology working at its optimum capacity. So for the person that's always biking or running, add in some strength work. For the person that's always getting into the gym 5 days a week, but they're not doing any cardio or any stretching, start to add that in. Similar to macros as protein, carbs, and fat, it's like within your movement macros, which is stretching, cardio, and strength training. So check your balance. That's going to change at different times. Different parts of that are going to make your heart sing. For stretching, maybe it's yoga. Maybe it's doing your own stretching routine at home. For cardio, it could be running, biking, spinning, swimming. Figure out something that gets your heart pumping and yourself sweating. And then lastly, strength. So you're going to a workout class that's using weight training, even if it's body weights. Pilates that's using resistance training. It's adding in that resistance so that you're building that muscle and keeping your body nice and strong. There are definitely hybrid options. So something that's like a high intensity training where you're getting the strength and the cardio, then make sure you're doing the stretching. Find your perfect balance for you, making sure that this is joy-inducing. If it's taking away from your life and adding in negativity, drama, a vibe that you're not feeling, get out of that situation. I literally had a situation in my life maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago now, where I was coming home from the gym. I'm not joking. I would start crying because I felt so overwhelmed and I didn't like it anymore. And I was so into it before and it had really made my heart sing. And I didn't like it anymore. It was like my body and myself telling me like, no more of this. So if you find yourself dreading something, if you find yourself just totally over it, start with a short break, maybe a week. And then if you're still going back dreading it, time to do something new. I cannot stress this enough. Your time is so precious. And if you're going to commit to 10 minutes a day, an hour a day to something, it should be something that you enjoy. We're going to get more into time management in our lifestyle designer segment, but I want to talk to you right now about creating the time and space to do this. Set yourself up for success. If you're driving an hour each way to go to the hottest new gym and that commute is extremely stressful, think twice about, does that workout add enough value that you should add 2 hours to your day driving each way, or are you just making something more complicated? We are 21st century humans that have a way to create stressors in our life because sometimes things can be a little too easy. And I'm here to tell you that it's okay if they're easy. It's okay if you roll out of bed and go to your backyard and get a killer workout in, and you're not a part of the hottest gym in the neighborhood. And I'm also here to tell you that if that vibes with you to get to that gym and it feels nourishing for you, go ahead and do it. But check in with you. Know your preferences and don't be afraid to multitask. Some people love to work out alone. Some people love to adapt what I am hearing a lot called sweat working. So it's like, hey, yo, John, you want to go hit the gym this morning? And you can kind of like chit chat before or after or even during. Probably not during, but maybe during. And you're able to have that quality time with someone you might not otherwise do that with. Know your preference. Do you want to work out alone? Do you like to work out with other people? This can be a great way to get in quality time with your loved ones. Maybe it's your partner, your friend, your cousin, whoever, but making that time to be together to do a workout can be a great way to spend that time together. Maybe you know, I'm with people all day. I need to be alone, like literally alone. And you find yourself going to group classes and you feel overwhelmed and it's like, listen, you needed that alone time and that's okay. It's ear pods in and it's getting that workout in a space that's easy and convenient for you. And I can't stress that enough. Stop complicating your life and use this time of movement to be a gift to yourself. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. When you listen to your body, a tremendous amount of freedom is available to you. What do I mean by this? No, I don't mean the little voice that's like, sleep in, skip the class, or you want to watch TV, you don't need to work out. It's listening to the body when you're hitting that point of over-exercise or overwhelm or truly needing a rest day. Listen to your body about different aches or pains that you definitely need to lay off for a little bit and then come back to maybe in a week or two. Your body holds so much information for you if you would just listen. So listen to your body. Have you heard of the stress buckets? Your body experiences stress. I don't know if you knew that. It's not a secret. And with the stress that your body experiences, exercise can add into that stress bucket. So here's your stress bucket, and here's work, and here's relationship, and here's money, and here's the trip you're planning, and here's the family reunion, and here's your commitments that you made that you feel a little overextended, and here's over-exercise, or just exercise in general when you're already feeling really stressed. So when you notice your stress bucket feeling way too full and you're adding more stress into it through what can sometimes be extreme exercise, keep that in check. It might be time to lay off a little bit or give a week of just great walks or bike rides, just moving your body but in a different way. I had pushed my body so hard with my swim career, and I had an opportunity to do my yoga teacher training where I was literally living on an ashram in the Bahamas for a whole month. From the ages of 10 to 22, I had been training high level in swimming for literally over a decade. And I had this experience where I'm living on an ashram and we're doing gentle yoga every day for a month. After my swim career, I had also gotten into high level CrossFit. And so again, I'm pounding my body, pounding this stress. And when I got to the ashram, I felt so uncomfortable. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna gain so much weight. This is gonna be terrible. I gave myself the best gift of my life through restoration, where I was literally allowing myself and my body to de-stress from 15 years of high-level stress and intensity. So finding a way to give yourself a gift in that way, it may look totally different than what I just described, but what it will look like is rest, is restoration, and in a way that your body can offload some of the stress in the stress bucket. Especially when you're feeling sick. You see this where, I'm feeling sick, I'm gonna sweat it out. That can work sometimes, but when you're feeling stressed from exhaustion, maybe a workout isn't what you need. It may just be needing you to have rest. I talked about mixing it up a little bit, but I really want to hit this home. When you're mixing up your workouts, you're surprising your body and your muscles in different ways that you're not suffering overuse injuries. You're gonna feel better when you mix up your exercise routines. So often I hear from people, well, this is my routine, and I'm like, how long have you been doing that? Oh, 15 years. And you're wondering why your body hasn't changed much. It's because it's gotten used to it. You gotta give it a little extra flavor. And of course, one of what I think is also very important when you're feeling full of vitality and overall health is to do something every day. So when you've mitigated that stress and you're feeling more in that thriving state, get out and move every day. Movement versus exercise. I say movement because movement can be stretching. It can be a walk. It can be a nice bike ride. Move your body. I'm sitting right now recording this for you sitting, right? We've become a society where sitting is more accessible to us than ever. So moving every day, even if it's 10 or 20 minutes compared to what tends to be a little bit more of a sedentary lifestyle than we've ever experienced, is critical for you. Taking that walk at lunch, taking the stairs when you can, parking in the farther away parking spot, these fun little ways that you can adapt more and more movement into your life is great. So we've talked about some different exercise principles that can really help you, and maybe a few of those have a light bulb going off and you're like, that makes a lot more sense than I ever thought about. Highlight that, circle that, start making that your normal. Maybe it's something that I haven't even mentioned that started to trigger as an aha moment. Make that yours, whatever that is for you. We've talked about the principles of movement, and now I want to talk to you about some different exercises that you can incorporate at home, at the gym, at different workout spaces. This is a little bit separate from finding different activities to do. So kayaking, paddleboarding, running, swimming, whatever. This is going to be stuff that you can do at home that can be super simple for you. So I like to divide this up into 5 different categories: kettlebells, dumbbells, body weight, TRX, and med balls. These 5 different pieces of equipment are very simple to use. Most of them are very affordable, and you can do this at home. Having your own little home gym setup means that when you have an extra 10 or 20 minutes and you haven't checked the exercise box, you can do that right then and there. It can be that simple. So setting up a sacred space or a room or an outside area that is for you, for your exercise with your go-to equipment, and knowing how to use it empowers you to create exercise and movement regime that works for you. In a separate video, I'm going to show you how to use the different pieces of exercise equipment that I've mentioned. And just to go over them for you now, because maybe you want to do this workout today, when it's body weight, push-ups, squats, planks. If you're using your kettlebell, doing front squats, doing tricep extensions, doing kettlebell swings. If you're using your dumbbells, doing front squats again, doing lunges, doing bicep curls. So much you can do with your dumbbells. If you have your med balls, you could use it as a slam ball. You can use it as a squat to press. You can use it as a twisting lunge. You can use it for core as a Russian twist. Similar to counting your macros, similar to now the macros of exercise, I'm going to share with you 3 different body areas that you can put your own personal mix and swing to make sure that you're touching all areas. Core, upper body, and lower body. Whether you want to do a whole workout focused on one area or you want to incrementally add different elements of each to your workout, this is you coming up with your own little formula. Maybe one day is a leg day, one day is an upper body day, one day is a core day, and then one day is a hybrid day. This is all about coming up with what works for you and mixing it up in a way that feels really good. And a spoiler alert, you can have a lot of fun doing this. You don't have to be an expert. You just naturally see what your body wants and needs. Get curious, explore, add more, adapt, and next thing you know, you'll be a home workout pro, just like me. Aside from those movements, how do you use the movements? This is what we consider programming. And in an attachment, you're going to see a programming guide and your movement calendar. So what does programming mean? It's literally how do you piece together a workout that you're getting workout benefits? What are workout benefits? I consider workout benefits to be sweating, to be hitting these different muscle groups, finding yourself mixing it up enough to where you're tricking your muscles and you're finding yourself in some element of soreness. It's not overdoing it. It's not killing yourself wondering, oh my God, am I going to make it through the rest of the day? And if that's your jam, I'm not talking bad about that, but just remember that's affecting your stress bucket. 4 of my favorite types of workout are the following, and these are all in your attachment, so you don't have to memorize everything. 1 is EMOM. This is every minute on the minute. You can mix this up to be however you like it, where you do just one exercise. You could do a series of exercises, but the way this works is there's a certain number of reps or an ascending or descending rep count, and every minute on the minute you start over. It's really fun, especially if you like buzzers. The second that's really great to mix in is Tabata. This tends to be a ratio of seconds on and seconds off, and traditionally 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So in a series of 4 minutes, you will have done 8 rounds of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Again, you can focus on one movement, or you can add in 1 or 2 or 3, but the key is staying on that 20 on, 10 off, or finding your own ratio that you like. If you want a challenge right now, literally set a timer for 4 minutes and do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off of squats for 4 minutes and send me a win message about how great you feel the next day. It can be that simple. Stacking Tabata workouts can be a really powerful workout. So literally squats, push-ups, plank, kettlebell swings, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 4 minutes of each one. That's a great way to program a powerful workout for yourself. If at any point you find yourself saying, I don't want to do this anymore, or I want to do a different exercise, that's okay. When you're working out at home, you get to listen to your body more than ever because you're not in a class. See what calls to you. If you want to switch movements halfway through, there might be a reason why. Have fun with it. Another great programming tool that you can use is circuit training. So again, this is pairing different movements within a circuit and going from there. You could make this circuit 3 different movements, 5 different movements, 10 different movements. You could do it 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds. There is so much creativity available. You can stack circuits, so you could do 2 rounds of 3 different movements, 2 rounds of 3 more different movements, 2 rounds of 3 more different movements. You'll have yourself a nice 20, 30-minute workout in no time. What's so great about this type of workout is you can have rest periods that work for you. Maybe it's 2 minutes in between each circuit. Maybe it's 5 minutes in between each round, but you give yourself and your body a chance to recover and you get back at it. Instead of doing circuit training, you can also do what's called pick 4. I made it up. Pick 4 different movements and you're gonna literally cycle through them 3 minutes on, 1 minute off, and you pick 10, 15, or 20 for your rep count. Let's use the following as your example: squats, push-ups, crunches, and kettlebell swings. So what you're gonna do is 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 crunches, and 10 kettlebell swings, and you're just gonna keep going through that in 3 minutes. Take a minute off and you can do those same movements again, or you can go into 3 or 4 different movements. Again, this is all about having a plan and pairing in a way that's going to give you that variety, mixing it up, getting your body sweating and moving, and in a great way to have fun. These workouts can be amazing to add a buddy to. And like I said, what a great way to connect with friends or your community to set up these workouts so that you're working out and connecting with someone else, but you're doing the work. Have music and commit to that time slot that you're gonna actually do it. So take the time for yourself, plan it, commit to yourself, have someone in your life to hold you accountable in a healthy way. And don't forget, mix it up. If you need to get on that class pass or the free gym trial to get some inspiration in your life, do it. And a note for those people that have had quite a break from workouts. If you're right now doing 0, challenge yourself to go to 1 next week. If you've done your 1, go to 2. If you've been consistent at 2, challenge yourself to go to 3. Maybe you are in your sweet spot. I would say 3 to 4 a week is the sweet spot, and checking in with yourself, are you hitting that? And just add 1 more. And when you fall off the wagon, instead of being like, oh my gosh, I gotta go back to doubles every day or getting in 6 workouts a week, that's a surefire way to feel burnout or set yourself up for failure. So start slow. If you're at 0, go to 1. If you're 1, go to 2. If you're 2, go to 3. Find that sustainability in your movement. So if you're in that yo-yoing, you can snap out of that and make it truly your lifestyle. See you next week for nourishment. I am so looking forward.